Just weeks ago, remember NASDAQ, S&P 500, and those high-flying tech giants? Everyone was tripping over themselves to buy in no matter the price. Everyone thought that this was a game changer. But now I have been seeing something insane lately. It's like the internet has turned into a giant sell button. Everyone is screaming that the stocks are crashing. I am shorting, I am selling every single thing. And what's their logic behind that? Why hold on to something that will keep dropping? They might as well just buy it when it becomes as cheap as this. Now, if you're new finding the channel for the first time, welcome. We trade the NASDAQ over here. If you're returning, welcome back. You already know what's up. Don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. In this week's analysis, we are diving deep into the psychology of the market, and trust me, it's about to be a wild ride. But you need to learn to protect your account. Let us break it down. This idea that you know the future and you can perfectly time the bottom, that is a dangerous illusion. It is the siren song that leads traders and investors straight onto the rock. Now think about it. These same stocks have taken a 30% hit. Suddenly there is panic stations everywhere. Fear has taken over the market. I will buy these stocks later when they are lower. Does that even sound familiar? Probably something that you're currently doing right now. And it's the same old story, right? I have seen this play out time and time again in my 5 years of trading and invest. Now, here is the truth. The absolutely worst time to sell anything is when everyone is rushing for the exit. That is why sentimental data is so important. It is all about seeing beyond this noise and understanding the collective emotional roller coaster and what drives these market swings. And it's about understanding that when everyone sees the exact same thing, it is time to start thinking differently. Now, that's all on the fundamental side, but this week we are going to break down exactly what is happening in this market from a technical point of view and how you can avoid falling into these common traps. We'll start by looking at the news data, and we can see that it's only Wednesday when the Fed will come in with an interest rate decision, and that would cause some serious changes in the market. Now, we do have three head news for the rest of the week, but that's not as interesting as the Fed decision. So stick around and smash that like button, and we're about to navigate these crazy markets together, because knowing what everyone else is doing is important, but knowing what you should be doing is everything. Now we're gonna switch things up this week. Forget about NASDAQ for a minute. We are going straight to the gold charts, because what's happening here is absolutely explosive. So look at this. Gold is ripping through all-time highs. We are talking about gold hitting for the very first time $3,000 per ounce. Can you believe that? And who saw this coming? Well, we actually did in the previous videos, right? Remember, we were analyzing gold back around $2,700 thereabout. We saw this potential kind of breakout, and you know that it's playing out right now before our eyes. Just look at this momentum. Now we have resistance, which is now a solid support area. This is not just a minor blip. This is a clear shift in the market structure. And check this breakout candlestick, right? It's a crucial candlestick. I want you to notice something. No significant wicks at the top or at the bottom of this candlestick. This is a pure momentum candle. It's screaming strength and conviction in the market, right? It tells us that the bulls are currently in control and that the market is likely to continue pushing higher. Now, for me to find a solid entry here, I am looking for a retracement. I want to see gold pull back towards around about this level here, which is that former resistance, now a solid support. But of course, the market can be tricky, right? It might play around in this zone and for quite some time before it pushes up. And check this out, we also have a trend line that is guiding us. So if we want to make this a little accurate, it will look like this. And here also we can see that we have a trend within the trend. Now here's the thing, if the market drops to this 1 hour trend line, there is a chance that it might break out of it, potentially heading for the 4-hour trend line that we just drew. Now it's all about watching the price action and seeing how the markets are reacting to every data that is dropping. But either way, I am focusing on these key points of interest on gold. I'm looking for the retracement and the retest, and I'm aiming to catch a nice move to join this powerful trend that has just started. And that does not sound complicated on gold. Now let's talk about NASDAQ. As you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we are seeing a bit of a range that is forming. The market dropped last week, creating a clear low at this spot, but it is struggling to break below that level again. Now, to understand if we are seeing true buyers stepping into this market, let's look at what happened last week. I actually shared this in my free signal group on Friday. If you're not in it, check out the link in the description below to join. And this trend line on the 4 hour time frame, just check this out. NASDAQ broke out of it, and for me, when a trending market breaks a trend line, it's a signal for a potential change in a direction, right? So we were trending down, but now we have broken above the resistance. That's why I'm saying a breakout of this current range will confirm a really nice bullish momentum push. Now, we don't just analyze on the lower time frames, right? Let's step back to the weekly chart for a top-down analysis perspective, right? So last week, NASDAQ broke that weekly trend line. We saw a significant drop. Just look at this. The strong momentum candle down, but now we are seeing a wick that is trying to form at the bottom, indicating that buyers are stepping in to the market. The question is, will this trend line hold and lead to another bullish push? Question mark, right? So for a confirmed buying signal on the NASDAQ, we need to see a push above the weekly candlestick high and above, this trend line that I have over here. If we break above both, it confirms that the buyers have regained control. And on the lower time frames, we have already broken out of the 4 hour trend line. We also broke out of the 1 hour trend line if we draw it also, right? So that's confirmation we already saw earlier, and it's about seeing the market continue pushing with this bullish movement. Now, whilst everyone is talking about selling the NASDAQ, I am looking at a potential shift. I'm seeing signs of a potential reversal here, and if we get a nice confirmation, this could be a fantastic opportunity to ride the movement back up to the all-time highs and even break through them, as we see this market shifting. Now, let's take a quick look at US30. We are seeing a similar pattern, but with some key differences. So on the weekly time frame, it's not as clear-cut as NASDAQ. On US30, price is currently far away from its weekly trend line, so we're going to focus on the daily trend line. So just look at this. We are seeing buyers stepping into US30 with a bullish nice candlestick, and I like that it is stepping in from a key swing point. The market tapped into the swing point right here, and it immediately started to push up. Now, will it continue? Only time will tell, but this is a positive sign, right? And just like NASDAQ, we can also draw a trend line on US30, but US30 has not yet broken out like the NASDAQ. But I would like to see a nice little breakout, then a retest maybe, and then a continued push upwards. So my bias also on US30 is bullish. On the 1 hour time frame, if we go, you can see US30 is currently forming a little build up consolidation type of thing, and it's kind of indicating indecision in the market. So if we see a strong push breaking out of this little consolidation from the buyers, then US30 could also continue its upward trend. So we have to keep an eye on these key levels. So that's about it. Let me just give you a little sneak peek onto my platinum trade. I have been sharing this trade with you guys ever since I entered, and now it is 10 days later, and you can see that we have pushed up to the top quite nicely. My stop loss at this point has already shifted into my entry. I am locking in the profits, and the trade is risk-free now. So that's it, another platinum winning trade that we have here. But that's my analysis for NASDAQ, US30, and gold. Now, if you did enjoy that breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me with that? It's been Tino, and I'll see you in the next little video. Love you guys.
Can't focus on me.